we've played 2 games. Let's say we've won the first one. Assuming we didn't win against, so you didn't play the first 2 games. We have 3 points. We need another point to.
Even with this new format, I think that winning one match
by being I'm just saying, let's say we need to win our last match against Croatia to win, and he hasn't kicked the ball in the tournament. He won't be happy if he doesn't play.
That's why I'm saying that.
He's there to chase his own.
Before he comes in, they need to sit him down, and they need to tell him that your brother.
We are talking like
your brother is not
we are talking like
you are not guaranteed. You are not guaranteed. Let me finish. You are not guaranteed a starting position. You might come in if the coach thinks you are needed, or who knows? Even if you do well in training, you could even start. But once you start causing trouble, you are out. Simple. They did it to Kevin and Mintari, man. They kicked them out. They did it to Kevin and Mintari. No, but the point I'm trying to make is you let him know that if they have to kick him out,
it's always about policy by
but you remember Mintari in 2010? Remember he was on the bench?
Yeah.
And Kevin was starting.
He wasn't happy, but still.
But it was because the information I got was the coach, what is his name? Milu. Sat him down. And before that, there had been some disciplinary issues.
No, Muntari was practically not going to the World Cup.
Yes, but he had to beg. Yanteki said he went to beg.
Yeah.
He even had to. He said he went to the hotel room of Milu and knelt down.
Yeah.
Before Milo said, "Oh, we should get that okay," but he's not guaranteed playing time.
Yeah.
And
I know all that.
Muntari was okay with it. I think the second game or something like that, Muntari went to Milo and said that he thinks he can start. And I think he only started the match against Uruguay. Right?
Yes.
That was his first start.
Yeah.
But all the other matches he was coming in from the bench.
I know.
So sometimes it's all about.
Muntari is a very principled person. So what he applies to people, he applies to himself. He's like that kind of person.
You know one thing?
Even Sindapia was giving the same.
But Steven knew his role. He was coming in from the bench.
Steven.
Because I only played 2 matches the whole of the season.
He had actually just recovered and he had not even kicked the ball.
No, he played 2 games for Brescia before the World Cup. The whole season he played 2 games.
Yeah, but
that was the game.
Did he play? I thought he even started kicking the ball when he came to Black Star Cup.
No, I remember he went. Is it Brescia?
Yeah, I know he was there.
Some few, but he got there. He got injured.
He got injured,
but he played 2 games. I remember he played one. I think first game he played 30 minutes for Brescia, and then the second game he played 90 minutes. Wow. That was the whole season. He played 2 games per season. And then he was invited. But even the qualifiers,
I know he played 2 games, but did he play 2 games before the World Cup or Brescia games and got hit?
He played 2 games for Brescia, and he came. But what I know was when we played the qualifiers, he didn't even have a team.
I know.
So he will come because I remember he had an injury.
I know he went to Brescia. Brescia, I believe
his contract was cancelled.
I believe he went there, got injured. He played
in the beginning, but getting to the end of the season, he became fit again.
And he played for them before the World Cup?
Yes, 2 games.
Okay.
He played, first game he came from the bench. And I think their second game he started. That was all. That was the only games he played in that season before the World Cup. So there were some fitness issues. People didn't believe he was like 100% fit.
There are some people who will go, you tell them this, they will sit quietly.
But if we give you the warning,
are you sure?
You don't understand.
Are you sure he wasn't giving the same one when he went to Cote d'Ivoire?
No, but Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, so me, hey,
the flash of zone. You don't want to.
So the thing is, usually one issue that I have with Ghanaians, especially,
It's recording.
Sometimes you even realize that the communication cry was not like that. He have been in.
But before Cote d'Ivoire, was he playing? He wasn't playing.
Like in the team.
Yeah, Ledo wasn't playing.
Let me check. The Cote d'Ivoire was 1 year.
Is it 2020? Well,
yeah, I think 2023.
Just type his name.
Yes. Outside. Yeah, because I remember when we were going for the World Cup, he was already. I think was it after the World Cup?
It was after the World Cup.
Okay, so 2022 outside.
Just type his name and go to Wikipedia to give you
where he was playing.
Yeah, for the period. Then look at the time AFCON was played and see if he had it. So just click on that. Yeah.
Okay, so he was 2023 outside and then came to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest, I believe it was in January. It wasn't at the start of the season. So he went to
January.
He went to Nottingham Forest after the AFCON. Before the AFCON, he didn't have a team. I don't think he had a team. Look at the time they played the AFCON.
That's January, right? But January, the month is not here, so we don't know. Because I remember he was coming from Qatar back into the Premiership.
Yeah. But Assad, after the World Cup, after the season ended, he didn't get a team. So I don't think he started playing Nottingham Forest at the beginning of the season. He went to Nottingham Forest after the AFCON.
Outside. He left outside. Yeah, he went to Nottingham Forest in February. So it means it was
after the AFCON.
Okay, so he during only a full season. He finished second top goal scorer in the QSL as a team on the 16th. I want to know the year. Okay, sorry, the month he left outside. I know the year. Yeah. Anyway, so let's wrap up.
Before Cote d'Ivoire, they had a team. I'm sure he was even the same. That's why he wasn't starting. So before Cote d'Ivoire, he wasn't starting in any matches.
So sometimes it depends on the manager. And there's one thing I like about Jurgen Klopp. I think last time after he left Liverpool, he was interviewed about his career, and the person asked him that they've seen him having a lot of fights with Salah on the pitch, and most people would think that just because of that fight, Salah will even play again. And he said he has one philosophy: whatever happened, the next day we talk about it seriously, and that's it. But some other managers like Obu Oha, they will sit on the bench for the rest of the season. There are also people like that. But he said with him, because he said he had an issue with Milner in the beginning, he had an issue with Salah, and I think even Mane. Remember when they beat United, and Mane refused to shake him because he brought money. They asked him about that. He said he just had a conversation about it.
You know, they are adults and they are guys. So
yes, and they
are professionals too.
So he said that's how his management is. If something happens on the pitch, especially if you have
he's also a very passionate person. So he speaks his mind, but it doesn't really mean
he will sit you down and talk to you it doesn't happen again. Fine. And then they move on. As if, but there are some people who also keep the thing here.
Yeah, I personally don't think we should take it.
Anyway, for me, what I've heard is going. But anyway, I think we should be wrapping up. So, like, next week we'll shoot again. I think we'll start looking at the other teams in our group.
Yeah.
Other teams in our group and our chances. We play England.
We need to
Costa Rica.
You
Croatia.
need to be very, very careful about Panama. Very physical.
They are also saying that they have
every right to say. If you look at where we are,
Ghana too is saying they are our easy 3 points.
We've actually played or played
But
comfortably
the Central American teams, Ghana has a hold of them. Even with America, so America also belongs to that same football. America in their competitive match has only beaten us once since we started playing them.
Twice.
Like competitive games, like competitive game, they've only beaten us once, and that was in 2014. But we beat them in 2006, and we beat them in 2010. So usually that's like the Mexicans, those people, they usually we kind of know how to manage them, really. So I would be surprised if we go to the World Cup and we can't score Panama, then we don't have any right to be in there. That is true, because we know England is going to be tough, and Croatia too is going to be tough. So if you are going to qualify, and it's our first game, right? So beat them. Once you beat them, the pressure will be on the other team. So we
should be able to beat them, though.
Because even with I was watching, there's this guy on YouTube, and he was doing an analysis of he's from England. And after speaking, he said, yes, and you, the English fans who think Ghana versus England is going to be an easy game, we've never beaten them before. So the last time they came to England, they drew 1-1, so which means, and he mentioned Semenyo and Kudus. He said you may know these two people, Semenyo and Kudus. And he also mentioned Fatao. He said these people are not easy. It's not, like he said, it wasn't going to be an easy battle. Croatia too is not like the Croatia we know.
I saw their game against.
They are not that good. They are okay, but they are not. They are beatable. So
it's all about
unless the boys play above themselves. I think they have the potential, but that's why I had issues with Ronaldo. I don't think Ronaldo has been able to bring the best, because we have a very talented team. It's just about self-belief.
It's possible we are being a bit too harsh on him also, because for the past year the team hasn't been bad.
Yes, but this is the thing. I'm used to.
We took friendlies we shouldn't have taken. We shouldn't have gone all the way to Japan. If Japan wanted to beat us, it should have been. It should have been in Europe. If they wanted to play us, it should have been in Europe.
The thing is, I believe this is me. If you have a good coach, and ever since I started watching, the sign that you have a good coach is when they are playing, you see the pattern, style of play is evident. But the issue I have with Otado is I never see
like
that
when
the master is playing. Of course,
you can see
if they score you one, forget, you will equalize. Irrespective of who you are playing against, you can never equalize. Once they score one,
the shape of
and
the team
they come back, you will play 1,000 shots. That's what we call the one goal project. And he used that in the 2010 Africa Cup. That thing, we didn't have any right to be in the final with that squad that we took.
Oh yeah.
Remember the first game, Ivory Coast beat us 3-1.
3-1.
I thought we were coming home. And then they started picking. And before you knew
it was a game ACM got injured too.
Yes, and he had to be flown back to England. So even that was one of our senior players. He couldn't finish.
And we lost him for the World Cup.
So it was Asamoah, who was like the senior. That time he was very young.
Has Bambedu also got injured during that tournament, right? Or he was a different
So there are a lot of injuries in camp. That was when
ACM got injured during the Ivory Coast game. That's why he missed the World Cup.
Yes, but I was even told that the injury that he suffered against Ivory Coast, he was even okay, but he also got injured in training.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then they had to fly him. Because I think he had a very bad tackle from Drogba, if you remember. And then later we were told that he was okay, and then afterwards we told that he got injured again during training. So because aside Kuja Samoa and Jumabiri too got injured, because he also missed the World Cup, right?
No, also missed the World Cup.
But I don't know whether I think Asian became fit too, but also got injured again during the season.
No. Sure.
Or was that?
Oh yeah, from there he did.
There was a serious injury.
It was his knee.
Because it was like, no, we were expecting that he would be fit, but he had just started doing his own individual training
just before the World Cup.
So the doctor said it wasn't advisable for him. I remember. Yeah. That was a big mess. I think if we had ACM in 2010, we could have gone very far. Because it was on a different level at that time. In midfield, he would have. And Ajibabedi too was in there. Those were two key midfielders.
Though Power wouldn't have started, but he would have been very refreshing.
Yeah. Because the 2010 team was basically the 2009 and the 20 winning team plus a few senior players. But that was a good team.
So that team, Adia went to the World Cup.
That was a good team.
Jonathan Mensah went to the World Cup. Ajibabedi went to the World Cup. Dede went to the World Cup.
And there was somebody else. Inkum
also went.
It was a very good team. That team lasted us at least till like 2015, 2016 when they started fading away. Yeah, so anyway, we are wrapping up. Next week we'll talk about the group, our chances, and we look at England, we look at Croatia, and we also look at Panama, who are saying that we are short 3 points. Ghana is also saying that they too are short 3 points. Because
but they are very physical team.
No, usually those people from that part of the world, the whole of the Americas, they are very physical. That's their team. That's why they don't like playing each other. When they meet in the World Cup against each other, they don't like playing each other because usually they can bully the other people, but they know they can't bully their fellow. Yes, is it 2 days ago? I was watching Italia 90. England versus Brazil game. I wonder Argentina beat them. That's a very physical team. Very physical game. Whenever Maradona gets the ball, he dribbles one day, he's down. And he assisted this amazing. He dribbled like 3 people and gave a pass to Canida. That was time when Diego was Diego.
That goal.
Yeah, he dribbled 3 people, and then passed to.
Who was I watching? I was watching somebody when he said if that game was against Uruguay or Italy, Maradona wouldn't have scored that game.
No, they would have hacked him down.
Yeah.
But the Brazilians tried to, but they couldn't. They wanted to hack him down, but it was too quick for them. So anyway,
he was actually talking about the goal he scored against England. The second goal after the hand.
He would have been down. When the English, they are trying to. And the Europeans are not very used to playing against the skillful South Americans. Well, the English game is very straightforward, very technical. They're trying to go around this. But the Brazilians, the Argentinians, they will dribble past you and they will go.
So say something to sign off for them.
Yeah, so this is our first, episode, Footy Chat. Next week we'll be here, we'll talk about the group that Ghana is in, and we'll talk about England, Panama, and Croatia and see our chances whether we can actually make it out.
And if possible, the possible parts and the possible calculations.
Yes, Ghanaians and calculators, but and also in the subsequent episodes, we also look at the African teams and whether they can also qualify from their groups. We know of Senegal, very good form, the Moroccans, the Egyptians. The Egyptians, they have never
Senegal is in a
very
difficult group.
Yes, but if they play like the way they played in the AFCON, I'm sure they'll qualify.
It's all about confidence.
And the Ivorians are also not bad.
They've never done well in the World Cup.
Yeah, they've never qualified
From the group, they've had better teams than what they have now.
I think in Africa it's Senegal, Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, and Morocco. And I think is it Tunisia and Algeria as well.
You're talking about the countries that are there?
Qualified out of their group.
Ah, okay.
Egypt have never qualified out of
Has Tunisia ever qualified?
Yes, I think is it? No, Algeria rather. Who played 2014? One of them played in the round of 16. I think it's Algeria rather. They played America.
And they lost.
Yes, I think it's Algeria. Yeah, Nigeria also qualified in '98, right? Yeah, when they played, I think round of 16 they met Denmark. Everybody thought
the 4-1.
Everybody told me, I thought they were going to beat Denmark, and Denmark beat them, which was a very surprising score.
Nigeria had won their group for.
Yes, easily. They beat Spain. They beat tough teams in the group stage. So I thought Denmark would have been a winnable game, but
They were defeated.
I remember I watched that game
So those are some of the interesting. Nigeria has never gone past the second round. Though they round of 16. So right now we round of 32. They've never won a knockout game.
It's only Ghana.
Interestingly, too, Mexico has also never won a knockout game.
Wow. But they've been there so many times.
Yeah, they almost every time go out of their group, but they've not won a
so it's, I think the African teams is quarterfinal. It's Ghana, Cameroon, I think Senegal, and Morocco. Morocco has now gone to the semis.
It's only Morocco. So it's only Ghana, Senegal, and Morocco who has won knockout games.
The rest.
Cameroon got to the quarterfinal, but they didn't.
But they played round of 16.
No, they didn't.
That time was straight to the quarters.
Straight to the quarters. It was 16.
Who did they? Yeah.
So they met England in the quarters.
The quarters, yes. So right from the group stage, yes. So it's 1990. There were lesser teams.
So it's only Ghana, Senegal, and Morocco have won knockout games.
Yeah, 94. Italy beat them in the round of 16. That was the first round of 16. Nigeria. They were beaten by Italy. They played really well in that game. But
was it 2-1 or 2-1?
Yes, but I think they had to go to extra time. And they had a red. No, Italy had a red card. Zola. But they were not. Nigeria were not able to capitalize on that chance. I think Zola got the red card in extra time.
I remember the score goal was did the ball cross the line or something? I've forgotten. Or something with the Italian.
I think it's by Giroud square.
I believe there was a cross, but the ball had crossed the line or something. I've forgotten.
Yeah, there was some controversies. I remember. Yeah, USA '94. That was when Maradona was sent home for doping.
That's the World Cup I remember vividly.
The one I remember is '90.
I've seen highlights of '90. I've seen the game.
90,
I never remember watching it live.
I watched live. It was on GBC. The first game I watched was Cameroon. That was opening my Cameroon Argentina. I remember.
I've seen the whole game, but I didn't watch it live.
No, I watched it live, and I was excited because it was I remember the whole of Ghana, everybody was supporting Cameroon. I remember when England beat Cameroon, almost everybody was sad.
We will always support the team. Yeah.
The African teams, yeah, that why they support each other. So in South Africa, the whole country was supporting Ghana because every African country was out.
We did the best.
So
so next week we'll come up with the group stage. We'll analyze the teams, and then in subsequent episodes we'll look at the chances of the African teams, and then later we'll look at who is going to win the World Cup. So there are so many exciting episodes coming up. So stay tuned. My name is Fifi Aite, and I did it with Nana Basaobli. Join us next week on Footy Chat.